position on the team is team captain.
I'm Flitch. I'm from Colombia. I have been playing Crossfire like 8 years ago. In the team, I have the role to manage my team, and I'm attacker too.
Hi. Oi, meu nome é Daniel, eu jogo profissional há 2 anos, sou suporte da Black Dragons e estou representando o Brasil.
How I started playing back in 2013 professionally was pretty funny because I was playing with a group of my friends at first, and we were just playing in the pro league, and we weren't expecting to win, we were just having fun. And I was just dominating everybody. So the #1 team back then was Carbon, actually, and they were just looking at me and they were like, wow, this guy has, you know, the best, I don't know, statistics in the pro league, and we're looking for one. We want to make sure that we secure the CROSSFIRE Stars spot for that year, the #1 place in North America for CROSSFIRE Stars, and so they picked me up in order to secure that.
I knew about this game in 2012 because all my friends played that. So also I want to play that, and that's my favorite game since 8 years ago. At the beginning, this game was a hobby, but later I want to be a professional. That's why you have to be dedicated and disciplined and love for play this game, and meet a lot of people who is good in the game, because I learn a lot of things about other people too.
A coisa mais louca que eu fiz foi quando, há 2 anos atrás, eu decidi sair do quartel, que era uma vida que eu podia seguir carreira militar, e era uma certeza na minha vida para poder me dedicar ao CROSSFIRE. Eu servi ao Exército Brasileiro, aí eu saí do Exército para jogar CROSSFIRE profissional. No Brasil a gente tem um campeonato que se chama Liga de Acesso. Quando você vence, você se torna um profissional, começa a jogar com os times mais fortes. E no final de 2016 eu joguei esse campeonato junto com o Valiant, atual capitão da Black Dragons, e a gente conseguiu vencer, e foi aí que eu comecei minha jornada como profissional.
At the beginning, when I started to play, my mom was disagreed because I played CROSSFIRE. But later, when I started to travel, to win, to increase my popularity in this game, she's agreed now. Yes, and she's very happy because I played CROSSFIRE.
Foi uma decisão muito difícil, porque na época eu fazia faculdade e eu pagava a faculdade com dinheiro do Exército. Então meio que foi um choque para eles, mas eu tinha confiança em mim mesmo, que tudo ia dar certo, e eu batalhei pelo meu sonho, e graças a Deus, desde então eu tenho conseguido bons frutos dessa decisão.
So even back when I dropped out of college in 2013, my mother, because I only have my father's out of the picture, so my mother, she was still supportive of me, but she wasn't too happy that I did that, you know, but she was still supportive. She said, you know, you go do what you want to do, and if it doesn't work out, you come back and you go to college. So I would say 2 things that CROSSFIRE has really done for me that I appreciate. #1 is it satisfied my competitive spirit, where I've always enjoyed just competing and trying to be the best in something, and CROSSFIRE has done that for me, and I love it. And the #2 thing is I've always loved to perform for people and you know, impress people and gain fans and things like this, just be popular. It's always something that makes me happy, and so I love all my fans.
The most important skills in the game are communication, good accuracy, work team. That's it. If my team have it, we can win all this time.
Eu acho que o CROSSFIRE me deu muita coisa, porque eu fiz 21 anos já e eu não esperava que eu pudesse viver tanta coisa que o CROSSFIRE me trouxe. Como, por exemplo, conhecer a China, morar na China, conhecer outros países do mundo e conhecer pessoas novas também. Então, acho que eu sou muito grato a Deus por ter conhecido o CROSSFIRE e por estar onde eu estou hoje.
I'm very thankful with this game because it gave me the opportunity to meet new friends, to meet new places, and completely changed my life. Thank you for.
Eu queria agradecer ao jogo por tudo que me proporcionou e dizer parabéns. Apesar do jogo estar há muito tempo, o jogo sempre foi muito bom e eu espero sempre que continue melhorando.
Thank you for providing me the opportunity to go on all these trips. I love coming to China, and I love playing at these tournaments, and it means the world to me. And also thank you to CROSSFIRE for providing so much fun for me and my friends. There's so many things for us to do. We have late nights, laughing, you know, eating good food, drinking, playing some CROSSFIRE. It's been great. Thank you, CROSSFIRE.
Hello and welcome back to CFS 2018, day number 3. Jordan, it is quarterfinal times right now, and already we have had an absolute ripper of a game. Black Dragons taking down Q9. Some might suggest that's a bit of an upset. Certainly, I think, for the Chinese region at least. And that was their shot to guarantee a Chinese team in the grand final as well. If Q9 came through, if Super Valiant came through into the semi-final together, locked in at least one Chinese team in the grand final. Now that's not guaranteed anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of upset, I think there's going to be quite a few Chinese fans who are just that after that match. I mean, it didn't even look close really between Black Dragons and Q9. So unfortunately for China, 1 out of 3 now down, and fortunately for Brazil, 1 out of 2 is through. So they're already going okay. They've still got one more potentially through with INTZs able to pick up the win against Carbon. But so far so good for the Brazilian region, that's for sure.
Yeah, and if we take a look at how these two teams went, we take a look at the results. Really, there's no standouts at all from Q9. No one really stepped up, unfortunately. It's almost like they weren't there. I don't know if it would have played out differently if they'd had another map, but I don't even think that would have been the case there. It was just so one-sided with Black Dragons coming through. I thought Black Dragons might win, but not by that much.
They were dominant, weren't they, really? And Q9 from the get-go were scared. Very slow style, and it wasn't paying off for them. It took that one attack on the first round from Danimal and Vienna to just defend that bomb site easily, just 2 players, and that just shut Q9 down. It looked like they just immediately were arguing amongst each other, and some players just looked very unhappy to be there. If we were going to point out performances, you'd have to say, for me, KK was one of the standouts. I know he doesn't have a great score, but he did get some important frags.
Well, we head across now to quarterfinal number 2. It is Super Valiant Gaming up against Flipside Tactics. Of course, SV 2016, 2017 champions looking to make it 3 from 3 and locking down 2018. But for now, they do have to go against the team from Flipside. Super Valiant, Jordan, we kind of feel that maybe they are slow starters and they only decide to turn up when they're like, oh, we probably need to win this now. And
that was exactly the case last year, and the year before that, Ben, this match was actually the grand final match. It was Super Valiant, or then Vici Gaming, up against Flipside, and it obviously went the way of this current Super Valiant roster. So there is potentially a bit of a revenge storyline here for Flipside. Again, not all of the players are going to be the same as they were in 2016, but there are a couple here for Flipside that do come on through from that roster. So here's a chance to knock Super Valiant down a peg, knock China down a peg again. If we see Super Valiant lose here, that's 2 Chinese teams already out of the semi-finals, and that would be a massive, massive upset for us today. I do think coming into this match that I'm obviously going to be leaning on the side of Super Valiant. I think they're a very strong side, but Flipside, you know, we've seen some reasonable performances from them throughout this tournament so far.
Blame, Favor, Dice, Dennis, Seven, they've all had their time.
Exactly.
So, I mean, look, Super Valiant, let's not beat around the bush. N9. Yeah? Probably the best player in the world, right?
Well,
would we go there?
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Double Q.
Me too. He is solid as a rock. Don't get me wrong. But N9 has been pulling them out of some holes so far this tournament. And, you know, him up against the skill of Flipside Tactics. Yeah, we definitely have to keep that in mind. But Flipside Tactics, that's in the name. Tactics. I think that's where they're going to have to break down... What? They're going to have to break down Super Valiant Gaming. That's where it is. I don't think individually...
I don't think they can.
Well, I don't think individually they can go 1-for-1 with Super Valiant. I think we've always said that. Yeah. They are notorious slow starters, but when it gets to these quarterfinals, the BO1 is going to be their best chance for Flipside to take it down. And yeah, they need to start strong because Flipside are here to win.
Yeah, it does all come down to this, and this is the way you lock yourselves into a semi-final, lock yourselves into some prize money as well.
Yeah.
So it's a lot on the line, minimum 40K for even picking up 4th place. So you make your way through to a semi, and you're guaranteed that 500,000, obviously, the first prize, the CFS 2018 here for CROSSFIRE. But for me, look, if we go through even this week's results, okay, so Flipside lost to Q9 10-7.
Yep.
That wasn't a great result.
No.
And then we just saw Black Dragons take down Q9 10-5.
Right.
So I don't know what I'm taking from that, but what I'm taking is that Super Valiant will be able to take down Flipside. That's what I'm saying. I don't think.
Oh, you're on the Chinese bandwagon all of a sudden.
I am on the Chinese.
So it's just me here. Is it just me going for Flipside?
It is just you going for Flipside.
Okay.
And literally all of their supporters.
And all of Europe.
And
Yeah.
all of Europe has to put all their stock behind Flipside now. But Super Valiant Gaming, they are a powerhouse. We would expect them to make the grand final with all gamers. Would that be fair?
That is
I would
my
say
expectation,
so, yeah.
yes.
So, yeah, I'm going to barrack for the underdog here.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, Super Valiant, they've had their time in the sun. You know, they've been out there, they've won twice. They're back-to-back champions. WQ, obviously, 3 times.
Yep.
But I think it's time for a new champion. Whether it be Flipside or not, let's go.
For me, on the balance of probabilities, it has to be Super Valiant, but this is a winnable match for Flipside.
Yep.
That is for sure. It's a best of 1, and of course, the map will be chosen in the same way in which the previous one was, which is both teams beat 0-1, and the map to play is randomly picked from the remaining map pools. Well, here we go. Super Valiant Gaming up against Flipside Tactics. China up against Europe. Will we see another Chinese team eliminated from CFS 2018? Will we be locking one into this afternoon's semi-finals? Let's see how it plays out.
Well, that's a very good question, Ben. And that's what we're about to find out over the next hour or so once again.
Ooh.
It's going to be sub-base, and we asked questions about this one of Super Valiant.
Well, they went overtime against INTZ, right?
That's
so, question to be asked for the Chinese team. What were they saving? They did smash them in the overtime, though. Let's keep that in mind.
That said, Q9 and their Flipside Tactics 10-7 also on sub-base. And we just saw how much Q9 really got dumpstered by Black Dragons on this map in particular. So what does that say about Flipside? Well, we shall see how they go against Super Valiant. Starting off on the attack is Flipside. I think the key for Flipside, obviously, you say tactics, but we've seen some incredible performances from their individuals, but not all at the same time. I think for Super Valiant to go down here, that's what Flipside do need. Making their way into the A site right now, though, is Flipside, or not necessarily committing to it. Throwing some utility in that direction at the very least, keeping Super Valiant interested.
Interesting, like a bit of a double pump here, a bit of a fake and go for Flipside. WQ is so strong in this position.
Yeah, he certainly is. Blame will take the first challenge. It's WQ with only the 1. The Flipside start to stream their way into the site. Control of missile now in favors Control. That's a good start for Flipside. 2 for 1. They're going to get a fairly open plant here as well. Super Valiant all coming from the one direction. Need to head down the stairs, just checking all the angles that they can.
Worried of that flank. Here come the flashbangs. Good entry here.
Well, Seven and Dennis, what a great crossfire, and Flipside super pumped to kick off the match with a round victory of their own.
Well, that's impressive stuff. The foreigners on the front foot from the get-go. Flipside defending perfectly that post-plant position. And Super Valiant now being tested. Again, slow starters. Unka holding off the lockers on his own some.
Can you imagine if Flipside beats Super Valiant? It seems unfathomable to me. Years in a row, we've said this is the best team. And
I've been that guy, Jordan. I've come second. I've come second many times before I started winning.
It just takes one map. Ian.
Yeah.
One map is the difference.
Yeah, well, for this time, one map against a Chinese team. You're not in a group stage anymore. You're in the quarterfinals.
Knockout stage.
Yeah. So let's see. A lot riding on this match. They're going to target WQ again.
Yeah, and a bit of noise being made by Flipside. Again, a pretty good trade out from Favor, but this time Super Valiant have more members on the site, and N9 shuts it down. Flipside this time will not make their way so easily into A.
N9. N9.
Well, Seven has been a bit of a clutch master for Flipside so far this tournament. Has already dispatched of 1 out of 3. The job
very
gets slightly
doable.
easier.
Very doable at this point. Got a minute left on the clock. C4 needs to be retrieved, though. That's the real issue. But he's waiting for some sloppiness from Super Valiant.
And he might just get it as well. As you can see, Super Valiant pushing on forward. Seven reading this fairly well. If he gets the timing right. Ooh, he's spotted 18 for sure. This should be a free kill for him, but whiffs a couple of shots and gives away his position. Now Super Valiant, tables have turned much more back in their favor. Running out of ammo is Seven, but it's not going to matter anyway. N9 hits the shot. And 1 round up now for SV. 1 apiece.
Some more Jayors if one wasn't enough, Jordan.
The more the better, mate. Put the more petrol in.
Some let's go. Fire up. They're on the board. One apiece now. Flip side. That last attack falling to the hands of N9. They get past one beast in double Q. This is the problem with Super Valiant, isn't it, Jordan? You get past one, then there's another star. Then there's another star.
Yep.
And it never stops. Again, another take towards the A side.
Oh.
7 through the smoke. 18 falls.
Well, you won't be too disappointed by that if you are flip side. And double Q under some stress as he backs away.
Yeah, he's gotten the pressure from holding this position and failing.
Well, he has managed to at least get rid of Blame, which equalizes things for the moment. Favor and Dice, they want to trade out. For now, though, WQ is surviving, but the rest of his team is not. N9 needs another star performance, and he might get it. Dice planting the bomb. Somehow survives. But N9 has kept this alive for Super Valiant. Dice will try to buy some time for Dennis with the C4. In fact, Flipside will take the challenge. It's a 1v1 now. N9, 7-1 at the moment. A superstar for Super Valiant. But all it takes is one shot from Dice.
Such low HP for Dice.
Well, he's gotten the bomb down at least, so there is that advantage.
He's 7-1, Jordan.
It's an off angle here for Dice. I don't know that N9 will expect him from here.
It's N9. I'll be surprised if he doesn't.
Well, he's biding his time for the moment, trying to spot anything going on the A side, but he might walk right into the trap that Dice has set. Hasn't checked the angle at all. And now the cards are in the favor of Dice. Sitting behind the boxes, just has to bide his time. N9 fakes the defuse, spotted out, and N9 gets the kill. Gets the round.
Unbelievable stuff here. N9 single-handedly winning another round for
He's
Super
literally
Valiant.
8-1 right now,
The
Ian.
face on Flipside says it all there, Dice. Just looking very confused.
I mean, look at the rest of the scoreboard for SV when it comes up, and you're going to see no players really, I think, above 2 frags aside from N9. He has been single-handedly winning rounds for SV. Yeah, well, WQ's got 3, but Elegant and Unka 0, 18-1, N9 on 8. WQ here also falling, but it's still N9. 2 kills for him. Such a champion. Maybe, like you say, Ian, the best player in the world for Super Valiant right now, stepping up.
It's not even Flipside, having poor strategy. It's just that N9 is just left clicking all over their face. C4 in favor, though, part of the switch and bait. I mean, what do you do here? What do you do?
Oh, stop going toward A.
Stop going toward A. Yeah. Well, N9 isn't there usually, right? He's in the control room or waiting for that vent, being the backup player. But WQ, he's under a lot of pressure. He's doing really well to get 1-for-1 trades, but N9 coming in again and again and again. You've got to say, well, hang on a second. Let's get WQ, right? Let's get WQ from that position, fall back, see what else we can get, and worst case scenario, go back there again. But they're not using the time in their favor.
No.
No pun intended.
Well, it's favor 1v3, so an important one for Flipside, going down 3-1.
Look at this. All Super Valiant players will group up together now.
Yeah.
They'll use Elegant to go in first.
Favor's playing it very passively, though. He's quite content to let that timer tick away, which is
doesn't have much
reasonable.
of a choice.
Spots a few out, but the defuse is on. He can't get the job done, so another one for Super Valiant.
Unbelievable. Such a streak from them right now.
I mean, it's just N9. Still N9.
You wouldn't believe the amount of time they spent on Favor's hair this morning. Makeup ladies were tested.
Yeah. Even had to do a little bit of translating to figure out what he actually wanted. Turned out that he wanted the curler for his hair.
Can't believe the players get makeup, Jordan. I wish I had that.
That luxury.
Could have really cemented my brand. Again, flip side, very slow now. They need to rethink their strategy, rethink their approach. We've seen how important it is to get a lot of rounds on the attack. Super Valiant really just being defiant on that A site so far. And we know how hard the B site is to take all those rafter positions to clear out. What you want is 7 just to get another pick again.
Yeah.
Get that opening.
7's been doing pretty well for himself on flip side.
Yeah, and the MVP Blame.
Oh, there it is. As you say, speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil. But it's 18. If it was N9, we would be cheering.
It's definitely still advantageous for Flipside, but they haven't been able to capitalize on the advantages that they have had thus far. Still find themselves down 3-1.
Minute left on the clock.
That's a big stack over on B from Super Valiant.
Yeah.
And N9 is there.
Here we go. F3 are going to move across back to the A site now. And this is going to catch them off guard. How long it will take them to get in there and notice that?
WQ's not even really holding the A bomb site, so Flipside could literally just walk in. A fake into B right now from Favor. Trying to put some work in. If he even finds one frag here, it'll be magnificent, but does fall to N9 as the rest of Flipside make their way to A. A very nice fake. WQ's been spotted as well. Seven's gotten rid of N9. Winnable round now for Flipside, it feels. WQ still retaining control of the sniper's window.
Yeah, great work by WQ just to get the one. Even it up, fall back, wait for backup. Wait for that rest of your team to come in and trade you out later on. Elegant can stay up here in the sniper window and take a few pot shots while they maneuver down the ramp. 25 seconds left on that bomb timer.
Still a bit worried about the vent is SV, but
Dice.
they need to be aware of what's on the
Oh,
site.
Dice!
He's behind you, Dice! WQ! He has no idea! And WQ somehow survives and gets 2. Dennis will fall. WQ gets 3. And Super Valiant. Goodness me.
What is that from Dice?
He's gobsmacked.
I swear I just lip read what was happening. I didn't know what was happening. Oh, dear. He really didn't.
He had no idea that
I
he was
saw the
behind him.
360s, you know, where is he, where is he? He was lucky to survive and get one, and then obviously if he was to get WQ, that was the round for them.
That was.
So that's really an important mistake there for
the
F3.
difference. But
yeah.
right now, Super Valiant, it all seems to be going their way. Those little things, but they're the difference. And flip side, it's just not happening for them right now. Feels like they're the Q9 of this matchup.
They definitely are. They definitely are.
Q9
had a bad start as well, and it might just come back to bite flip side. Super Valiant really cheering hard as well. I think that's got to hurt if you're flip side having to deal with that barrage.
Definitely.
Oh, Elegant. Another easy shot. Favor over peaks. Stays still for too long.
Well, that's Elegant's first kill of the match as well.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
6 rounds in.
They haven't even needed him up until this point.
Exactly. That's the power of Super Valiant. N9 and WQ backing him up. Have almost single-handedly.
Very strong position for Elegant. I think that's also what Favor gets. He's been able to get that territory easily every single round, and now this time maybe thinking a little bit easy again, but this time Elegant was there to cover it off. Flip side, very spread out, 2 apiece, staying together in their little duos. Elegant, just constantly on the move. Doesn't want to get timed, doesn't want to lose that timing opportunity. Blame really needs to stand up for the team of Flipside right now.
Yeah, well, he hasn't managed to get on the board yet. Maybe this is the round. Down 4v5, not something that Flipside will be particularly enjoying. But still a winnable round, that is for sure. Rotating over toward the A bomb site once again. A bit more of a standard hold from Super Valiant with WQ in the site now.
Yep.
As opposed to holding up in the control room. A contest for the stairs by the looks of things. WQ playing anti-flash behind the boxes. Blame peeking on up, but WQ just gets absolutely demolished. And 9 still gets 2 before he goes down.
Yeah.
But F3 are in the site and getting the bomb down.
I think 7 here with the sniper. Oh, he's opted out for the AK. I was going to say the sniper would be great for holding off this site.
Dennis.
This is it. It's happening.
Certainly is. Flipside will get it their second round.
Finally.
It's been a long time coming.
Something for them to celebrate. Yeah, let's
go, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what that means, Ian? Let's go, man.
Thanks, Steve. I'm glad I brought you in as my German translator.
Yeah.
But Super Valiant, very quiet after that. But that's I think there's no need for them to rally up too much. Blame still 0-6. So if he was to have a bit more impact, who knows how this game could be different. But that's for another universe, another timeline.
Maybe for another half.
Well, exactly. If they can even get this to 4-4, Jordan.
Yep.
But Super Valiant are looking so strong. N9, like I said, he has just been phenomenal on form this entire tournament.
Even the rounds which Super Valiant lose, he's getting 2 or 3 kills before he dies. So.
Yeah, the game where they went overtime against INTZ, 26 kills.
16 deaths.
In 23 rounds.
Yeah.
So,
or is it 13 out of
And it was
6?
this map. It was this map. This could be, Subbase could be N9's home map.
I didn't like it at the moment.
Yeah. Still, F3 are in it. They're not out of it yet. Going again for the weak link double Q. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying it, but he has. He's been getting 1-for-1 trades. Holding that side all on his own. N9 then comes in, mops up his scraps.
That's all that you need to do, I think, as WQ right now.
Yeah.
Enable N9. That seems to be enough for Super Valiant.
And I think that's what Super Valiant need. Well, that's all they're aiming for as well. There you go. He gets one.
Oh,
gets
double
two,
Q!
gets three!
Somehow, flip side, don't manage to trade him out. And that is huge for double Q.
Of course, N9 is there. So 2 players get all 5 kills for Super Valiant. And I guess that's what's going to happen more often than not when you go up against double Q in that position.
Yep.
I think Flipside were very lucky to get the 1-for-1 trades when they did. This time, not so lucky.
Look at Dennis very quickly down the stairs. Has got himself in a sneaky position here. Super Valiant may not be aware, but it may not matter. Dennis slaughtered by double Q. And 9 there as well. It's just these 2 guys for Super Valiant and Flipside. 2v5.
I don't know why they keep doing it, Jordan.
They just keep getting destroyed.
They were lucky the couple of times they did it.
What
but
do you do?
They were unlucky in the fact that N9 was right there to back them up, but they need something extra. Getting in fast was great, but not taking the chance when they had it.
Yeah, maybe you just leave Dennis there and rotate the rest of the players off.
It's just they knew they were there. Super Valiant just knew they were there. 16 kills for N9 in 7 rounds. Well, 8 now.
We'll make it 17 as well, Ian, while we're counting. It's just an absolute monster.
Yep.
Well, you want to get 3 right now as Flipside.
Well, they can't go towards the lockers because that's where Elegant is watching. They can't go down the A stairs because that's where Double Q and N9 are watching. What else can they really do? Elegant goes on the front foot and gets 7. Takes that aggressive stance on the defense.
Wouldn't this be great if you're like 18 or whatever for SV? You've got 2 kills in this half. You're up 6 and 2.
He hasn't had to do a whole lot.
I don't have to do anything. I'm just along for the ride.
For the record, it is great. I've been there.
2 and 4 for 18 and Elegant. 1 and 6 for Unker. You're thinking with scorelines like that, we're losing the game.
Unker's been holding that B site. He's had very little action.
Yeah, he hasn't had to do much. But Super Valiant are utterly demolishing Flipside right now. Double Q, again, they're going to try and challenge him. Again, he gets a headshot and a second. Just seems impossible for Flipside to push in right now. N9, of course, needs to get at least 1 in the round, and we'll finish it off. That first half, not particularly kind on Flipside, and Blame.
Yet to get on the board, I think.
Yeah, not a single kill. Unless he got one right at the end there on that entry. I don't think he did. So 0 and 9 for him.
That clutch with Dice could have changed the game. And again with Dice behind the box as well. So yeah, how do you get Blame into this game? That's the question. Look at that. They just line up.
Lots to think about right now for Flipside. Down 7 and 2.
I mean, Super Valiant. Just 2 players are defeating.
It's not even Super Valiant, is it? It's N9 and Double Q.
N9 and Double Q are just defeating Flipside right now. And the duels that N9 is getting, they're
not favorable.
Well, there's no one fighting him back. I don't know what's happening.
But the thing is, like, he's taking on multiple people at once.
From a position which should be being checked, you know.
Double Q doesn't want to mess up his hair.
No. Can't blame.
Took a long time getting that one sorted this morning. Well, Double Q and Anka, they have not slowed down for Super Valiant. Flipside on the back foot already in the second half.
Flipside do a little bit of an aggressive push towards that B site and get punished instantly.
This is why we say Super Valiant is the team that really only steps up when they need to.
Yeah.
Now that it really matters here in the quarterfinals, this is a completely different Super Valiant to what we saw against Penta on day 1 and against INTZ yesterday.
The #1 team in China, though?
Up for debate.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they win
CFS
2018, then sure.
If they're not the #1 team in China, I'd hate to see what is.
Dice cannot get anything done either. And you may get that prayer answered in the next match. or rather the last match of today, AG against Rue Legends. And another one for Super Valiant. Yeah, I mean, AG certainly in the mix there as well.
I wonder who the MVP will be for this game.
Can you be the best team in the world without being the best team in China? Does that make sense? If Super Valiant wins CFS 2018, third year in a row, but doesn't win CFPL?
If they don't have to verse all gamers to get there?
That's the question, right?
You know, you can be the best team on your day. You know, they can be the best team in China on their day. It doesn't necessarily mean just because you weren't the best team all year, you aren't the best team right now.
Yeah. Well, right now in this matchup, I can tell you one thing. Super Valiant is the better team.
Yeah, 2 rounds away from finishing off this match.
Seems like it's going to be a pretty quick one indeed. A fairly quick day so far, if that is going to be the case.
Yeah.
10-5 for Black Dragons over Q9. Didn't take too long, and this
20 minutes.
Even quicker.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, right, you're sitting at home, you're going, I love CROSSFIRE, I want to be better.
Yep.
I'll just copy Super Valiant.
No, I don't think you can. Good luck.
I'll just do what WQ did to defend that staircase, and I'll just do what N9 did. It doesn't work that way.
Yep.
These guys are just absolute stars of CROSSFIRE.
Yep.
See what I did? See what I did there?
I did see that. Well, flip side this time, opening the account. Dennis on the board in the second half. 2 kills for him so far. Unker and N9, though, want nothing to do with it. The dynamic duo on the entry for Super Valiant, it seems. They were the ones to open up the last round, and so too this round. 3-0 for N9 this half, and 2-0 for Unker. Bombs down, 2v4 for Flipside. And their hopes are just slipping away here. This is... It's not even close.
No. Blame yet to get a kill. I mean, I don't know if he can go the whole game without getting one.
It may be the case.
Then you've got somewhere to look to say, well, what could we do better next time?
He's going to finally get one. It's WQ going down, but immediately traded out. It doesn't matter. N9 with 2 more. What did he get at the end of the half? 17, right? It was 17 for N9. So he's up to 22 kills off 11 rounds.
Yep.
Still sitting at 2 around.
I'm no expert, Jordan, but I did say it was probably the best in the world. And I'd hate to see what all gamers have in reply to N9. It would just be something next level.
It's, again, an advantageous position for Super Valiant. I mean, Flipside, they sort of seem to be in it.
That guy looks pretty good. ZQ. Yeah.
N9, another one for him.
And
he just wants to get as many kills as he can before this match is over, but doesn't seem like he's got much time left. 7-0 in the second half. 24 kills now for N9.
Flipside, just start packing up your gear now.
Definitely seems that.
They've just been absolutely trashed.
Outclassed by N9, that is for sure.
Yeah.
I'd love to know the damage rating for N9 in this match. 186 at the moment in the second half. Dice goes down. It's just Dennis to keep things alive for Flipside here at CFS 2018, but to the surprise of no one, it is going to be Super Valiant 10-2 over Flipside. Easy as you like, they've cruised on through.
You know, sometimes you go to these tournaments and you have those games where you don't come out on top. And you just say, look, N9 had the game of his life. What could we really do? I mean, what can anyone do against that? I think any team in the world potentially would have lost to a performance such as N9 and WQ put in just then.
Absolutely. You'd be kind of quaking in your boots a little bit if you're Black Dragons now, knowing that's what you have to go up against in a best of 3, no less.
Yeah. So, I mean, and to be honest, Super Valiant showing a lot of respect to Flipside there by putting them to the sword as fast as possible. Because usually Super Valiant are those slow starters and do go for that, you know, we'll try as much as we have to. But I think they've shown a lot of respect to Flipside there to bring their A game.
Yeah, absolutely. Very impressive there coming out from Super Valiant Gaming. Flipside, unfortunately not up to the challenge here. I think, to be fair, they probably made it as far as they could have in this competition. Group A, where they came from, wasn't a particularly difficult group, so they were almost guaranteed a slot in a quarterfinal. And, well, at the end of the day, you do have to come up against the best eventually, and for them, it was here in the quarterfinals. Super Valiant going to be going up against Black Dragons in our first semi-final a little bit later on today. And as you said, Ian, that Super Valiant lineup looking pretty scary. N9, oh my gosh, that's some very impressive players.
I mean, it was that good that you'd be like, okay, let's check his gear. Like, it was that good. I could not believe that he was not getting traded out on that A site, just not even behind cover, just in the open, taking multiple enemies all by himself. No diversion, just like taking the aim duel straight up and winning it.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to win, isn't it, Jordan? If you get as we say, it's a bit of a joke, right? If you click heads, it's that's the easiest way to
kill the whole team.
Yeah.
Well, the best thing for me is like you look across the scoreboard, you're thinking, oh, you know, 18 and Anka and Elegant, they're not really doing much. It's just N9 and WQ. But when we got into the second half and when Anka was the one entry fragging there, he seemed to be performing quite admirably anyway. Of course, N9's going to be our MVP for today.
25 and 5.
I don't think there's any questions about
16 headshots. That's like a 36 AP or something incredible.
Yep.
So, look.
I think that's the highest number we've actually seen
Yeah.
all tournament,
Yeah.
in terms of the AP at least.
Well, his highest against ITNZ was 29. So
that's 36.
He's just beating his own records. Like,
that's it.
Catch me if you can.
Well,
and this was kind of Emzen's position last year. If you remember, we had that big table of stats after the group stages when we got to the grand finals, and we were saying Emzen's up there on his own. He's on a sort of a precipice of greatness, and there was like maybe Revenge sitting just behind him and no one else really nearby. Seems like that is the mantle that N9 has taken this year.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those things. When you've got a lot of stars in your team, only one of them really can like shine bright, because two stars working together, sure, maybe, but you know, depends. You put them in different bomb sites. You know, they carry the load. It's very difficult. You see that in just about all sports as well. When you have a star on the pitch, they're the star. You can't really share the limelight.
You don't have two quarterbacks on the field at the same time, do you, Ian? Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for fixing that.
You're welcome. So that's our first semi-final now locked in. 2 teams through to this afternoon. To be fair, 2 teams guaranteed a spot in the arena on Sunday. The question for them, though, is it in the 3rd, 4th place match, or is it in that grand final? That's what they're really chasing for, the huge prize money as well. Our next game of the day will be Carbon up against INTZ North America versus South America, and that'll be coming up right after this break.
December 2018, CROSSFIRE Stars begins a new fight. CFS 2018 will gather 24 top teams from 11 regions around the world in Taitung and Nanjing, China for Project S. December 4th to 6th, the group stage matches, the tournament stage quarterfinals, and semifinals will take place in Taitung. December the 8th, event matches for CROSSFIRE HD featuring top teams will be awaiting in Nanjing. December the 9th, the CROSSFIRE Legends tournament along with the CROSSFIRE final matches will determine the CFS 2018 World Champions. Guns are locked and loaded, and players are ready for an intense clash. CROSSFIRE Stars 2018, together in Taitung and Nanjing, China. Together, roaring with enthusiasm inside the arena of battle. Together, making history to become the true legend of CROSSFIRE.
I'm Jonathan XMSX Holland. I'm from North America on the team Carbon, and I've been playing professionally for 5 years, since 2013.